But first, I want to talk about something else. I want to talk about something weird that happened. And I have things to say, all right? So, yesterday, this guy died. This guy died. I guess he goes by Big Figget on Twitter. And there was a whole uproar about people on Twitter finding out that this guy died. Now, I have no idea who this guy is. And normally, to be quite frank, I wouldn't really care who this guy is. Do you know who he is? I have no fucking idea who he is. I have no idea who he is. I never interacted with him. Never even heard of him before. Until everyone on Twitter all of a sudden is like, it's so sad that he died and he was such a good person and I never really met him or talked to him and I only DM'd with him once or twice but we followed each other on Twitter and it's so sad that he died and I'm really mourning his death. And I was like, okay. And normally I really wouldn't have anything to say about this. Normally I just honestly wouldn't talk about it and I wouldn't care at all. Except something interesting happened to me. Something interesting happened. Because on Mike Harlow's post, and Mike Harlow is, of course, an absolute fame whore clout chaser. Mike Harlow is desperate to be famous without actually doing anything. He's in with like the log cabin Republicans, who are a bunch of men. And some of the log cabin Republicans are okay. I'm not saying this of like 100% of them, because I do know some log cabin Republicans that are like, okay, all right? So I'm not like, we love the gays on this channel. I have no problem with gay men, okay? I love the gays and the gays normally love me, except when they don't. So if you're on my channel, you're a gay man, you guys know that I love you. You guys know. Me and gay men have a special relationship, all right? Not that type of relationship, obviously, they're gay. But it is what it is. But when I say like there are a whole bunch of gay men in the log cabin Republicans who are honestly just a bunch of clout chasing whores. Honestly, and I've met these people and I've been to their events and they really don't have anything of value to offer. They just want to be famous. They want to be influencers for doing nothing. They basically want to be influencers for like, they want to be like, we voted for Trump. Gays for Trump, guys. We voted for Trump and therefore we should be famous on the internet. That's what they want. This is what we're talking about. So Mike Harlow posted about this guy dying. And literally the only reason that I found out about this was that Psycho Frank McCormick replied. And I thought that this was just so typical, honestly, because they're all making this big deal about, it's so sad that he died and he was just a wonderful person and I DM'd him one time and he followed me on Twitter and I just am so sad and I'm in mourning and I'm wearing all black and ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, Frank McCormick replied with this screenshot. And what did he say when he replied with this screenshot? He said, I'm looking through our interactions and now I remember him. I'm going to miss him. He was so funny. What was this guy doing in this screenshot? In this screenshot, literally he said that people should be cruel to me. This is the screenshot that Frank McCormick is posting to say, you know, he was just a really funny guy and I'm just really going to miss him. I didn't really know him at all and I never talked to him and I barely remembered him, but you know, he was really funny. He said, big of you to choose an older and far more flattering picture of her than she deserves. I wouldn't have been so kind. I don't know who this guy is. I truly and sincerely have no clue who this guy is. Rational said, this guy is very big in the gay conservative circles. Oh, I figured that out. And fit the profile you described, contrarian who hated liberal gays and loved Trump gays. He was young, though. I have no idea why he died. And quite frankly, I don't care. My point is that I'm not going to pretend I'm mourning this guy when this guy was apparently running around encouraging people to harass me. And overall, I just find the whole thing with him, I find all of this outpouring of like, oh my God, I can't believe he died. I'm so sad. I find it all to be inauthentic and gross. I really do. And so what did I do? Well, I said that. I literally said that because I'm sorry. If you're going to tell people to harass me and be cruel to me on the internet, I don't give a flying fuck if you die and everyone's pretending to be sad about your death. In fact, I'm going to use it to make a point. And I said, there's a Canadian guy who died that a lot of people seem to have not really spoken to, but they're mourning him. I never spoke to. My point is this, like, all the people mourning him, they don't actually fucking know him. They really don't know him. They've never met him. They've never spent time with him in person. They probably never had a real personal conversation with him. I mean, I'm sure some of them have fucked him because that's how the log cabin Republicans work. They all fuck each other when they're around each other. But, like, most of the people mourning him have literally never met this person, like, in real life. Most people mourning him have barely even spoken to this person, and they're running around Twitter going, oh, I can't believe it. And so I said, there's a Canadian guy who died that a lot of people who seem to have not really spoken to him are mourning. I never spoke to him either, and yet I know he encouraged people to be cruel to me online because they listened and they were cruel to me online, so you're going to have to excuse me for not mourning him. Now, was this post necessary? No, not 100% necessary. No, probably could have survived without making it. But I'm going to prove a point with this. First of all, I'm not sad he's dead. I don't know him. Never had a conversation with him. Have no idea who he is or was in real life. I have no idea if he actually contributed anything of value. He certainly never contributed anything of value to me. In fact, he did the opposite. He actually told people to be cruel to me. And so now you expect me, because he died, to mourn him? No. No, that's not going to happen. I'm not sorry, and I'm not going to pretend that I am. And furthermore, the people who are demanding that I pretend to be sad about this are literally the same people who would celebrate my death if I died. I know that. Mike Harlow, who is the person who made the original post about this, was literally involved with a group of people who had entire meetings about how they were going to harass me until I killed myself. That's not an exaggeration. That actually happened. The reason I know that happened is because people who got involved with their group defected, and they came and told me what happened to tell me how sorry they were that they were involved in the first place. But we're talking about a group of people that literally was having weekly meetings to plan how to harass me, to push me to the point of killing myself. We are talking about a group of people where if I died, they would be celebrating. We're talking about a group of people who, if anything happened to me at all, they would have a fucking party about it. You expect me to be sorry that this guy's dead? No. But even more than that, let me show you the responses to this. Let me show you. You'll have to excuse the rest of us for not caring if people are cruel to you because you're a malicious, lesser evolved primate devoid of empathy and compassion. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. People will be nicer to you if you stop threatening them. How have I threatened them? I didn't even know these people. You're less than human. You could just have said nothing, but you're too selfish, Zessa. He will forever be a better human than you could ever dream of. Having a miserable life, Carlin. No luck ever cross your way again. Someone called me a cunt. You're sad, pathetic, disgusting sack of shit. Get help, you need it. The irony, the sheer audacity of a literal cloud chaser calling my friend. By the way, I actually engaged with this person. Is this here? Calling my friend as much. You wish you had 1% of his reach, brilliance, and legacy. His humor, candor, and wholesomeness brought many of us together across the globe. I think we're going to see this guy come up again because I actually had an interaction with that guy. But let me show you on another one of the replies, because I also said, the fake internet buffoonery. We only DM'd a few times, but I'll miss him so much is what makes existing online almost unbearable. It's a bunch of people who crave fame, pretending to be friends when they all really hate each other for clout. And this is true, by the way. I've been to enough events with these people where I know exactly what's going on. They're people that don't really know each other, many of whom don't actually really like each other, but they get together at these events and they take pictures for social media and they're all like, ah, And they do all these like, oh my God, guys, we're just such good friends and we're so happy and we're having a good time. And they take it for the picture to put it on social media. They pretend to be friends when in fact they never actually had a conversation with each other. They don't even know each other. And it's so fucking gross. It's so gross. It's like, it's total inauthentic bullshit. And so finally I said, and again, maybe I didn't need to say this, but I'm making a fucking point. The world lost another clout chaser. A person who put on a pretense online for attention and validation. A person who probably had no real friends because they were all fake relationships. Maybe he'll learn from this and come back in another life and actually be a human being. And look at the responses to this. I remember meeting you in Nashville. I don't remember meeting you. This is a disappointment. I stopped listening to you because you kind of went off the rails just for attention. Be an adult and act like one. No one is going to remember you like this if this is what you offer. Do better. And so I engaged and I said, yup, okay. That was his response. I said, you sure showed me. And then he said, I'm sure that weight scale shows you up every day. So now they're going into, you're fat, you're fat, you're fat, you're fat. Oh my God. How many times have I heard that? Like, all of the people in your life have disowned you. Really? All the people in my life have disowned me? Okay, why am I still married then? You gonna say it thrice? Come on, girlie, say it one more time. And then I blocked him, basically. Oh, here it is. You're literally proving it right now. Maybe you didn't like that you weren't self-aware. Girl, are you challenged now or something? I believe you just said this so you can get an ounce of attention. Have you ever been diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder? You want to talk about narcissistic personality disorder? You want to talk about narcissistic personality disorder? That's his pinned tweet. You want to talk about someone who has narcissistic personality disorder? He literally has a pinned tweet of himself wearing a thong. You think this is someone that I'm interested in impressing? Nah. Let's look at the other ones. You're disgusting. It's fine that you didn't like the man, but shit talking a person right after they pass away is a particular level of heinous. Oh, watch this. I said, I bet you never spoke to him, but damn, do you feel self-righteous about it? And he said, look at this. Beyond a couple of exchanges on posts, no, we didn't really speak. So I actually have people in my replies on this admitting that they never actually talked to this person. I mean, come on. That doesn't mean I can't respect the grief of people that actually do talk to him. And I said, precisely, you're not sad, you're clout chasing, you're using the death of someone you didn't know to get attention and validation. Go eat more of your feelings and stop projecting, you fucking broken pig. You're fucking nutty, LMAO. Go eat more of your feelings, lard ass. I don't think you've warped your floors enough yet. Your entire account is clout chasing, but starting to look like gout chasing. Goddamn. Congrats on being one of the ugliest inside and out. You're obviously obese and hideous and will be forever unloved. You want to talk about me unloved? You guys fuck anything that moves. I've been married to the same person for 13 years. You also happen to be wrong about him. How dare you suggest that things are over? Who died? The flames of ignorance burn without pain. Beware the power. It will consume you. Fuck off, cunt. You're a generally bad human being. A young man died. Leave him alone. You are generally revolting. Literally, none of the people who are commenting on this post have ever even met this person. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. So no, I'm very sorry. No, I am not going to pretend that I'm mourning someone that openly called for people to be cruel to me and that is being mourned in a giant exercise of fucking clout chasing among the gay fucking log cabin Republicans and their like fag hag friends. I'm not going to pretend that I'm sad about this. I'm not sad about it. It's stupid. And you know what? If you tell people to be cruel to someone on the internet, don't be surprised when they don't mourn your death. I'm sorry. Like, you can cry about it all you want. I don't really care. Hey, Mr. over on Rumble with the $100 Rumble rant. Mister, I'm sorry I didn't see this earlier. Wow, that's a really nice amount. We can actually, you know what? I'm going to go up to the $300 goal. It's a 300 episode. Let's do the $300 goal. There we go. Mister from over on Rumble says, "You're ahead of your time. Forgive me. I'm still trying to fix my X account stuff. I work a lot of hours. You make my shift easier. I try to show up when I can. Best holiday to you and your family." Hey, Mister, I really do appreciate that. Best holiday to you and your family as well. I wish I could show the super chat on the screen, but Rumble doesn't integrate with StreamYard yet, so I can't. But thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, listen, again, this is not about whether or not people are gay. I love gay men. I love gay men, and gay men love me. But it's just about, like, it's this whole subculture that's just, like, inauthentic. And just, like, this is one of the things I can't stand about Twitter. Have you guys seen this thing? Have you guys seen this thing where people are going on about their mutuals on Twitter? Like, if someone follows them and they follow them back, they're now considering them to be a mutual or like a friend or something like that. I'm like, you guys follow each other on an internet platform. This is not real life. Can we all hinge into reality? Yeah, it's literally fake and gay. Literally fake, literally gay. So, that's my point of personal privilege there. Kenneth, they're acting like I killed the guy. Am I required to be upset because some guy that you followed on Twitter died that I never knew and never had any interaction with? No, I'm not. Sorry. Too bad, so sad. So the gays can keep crying in my replies. I really don't care. I'm going to use it to make a point about authenticity, or lack thereof, which is exactly what this community is. It's entirely fake, it's entirely gay, and this is not about normal gay people that actually care about things. This is about this clout-chasing, fame whore like world in which everyone just goes to events to take pictures with each other, where they act happy and they act like they're best friends. You always assume that they're fake because none of them have real human relationships. Just the way it goes.